I'm Denise Wells. I'm the Chief Probation Officer and Sobriety Court Coordinator at the 55th District Court. Soon, you'll have the opportunity to observe a real court session in your school when we present the Court to Schools program. Court to Schools is a real court session. We will bring real judges, real attorneys, and real defendants to the school and hold court within your school. You may recognize some of the people that you see. They are real people from this community facing some of the same situations that you, your friends, or your family may be facing also. In Michigan, we have really two different levels of courts. The criminal justice system is set up to have a district court system and a circuit court system. In the district courts, we handle misdemeanor cases, and we handle circuit court cases that are felonies until they're bound over to the circuit court. A misdemeanor case is defined by a case that's punishable by 1 year or less in jail. A felony case is punishable by 1 year or more. When we come for Court to Schools, we will bring people who are going to appear for arraignment, which is the first court session. It's when you have the opportunity to hear the charges that are against you. You have the opportunity to enter a plea at that time, and you have the opportunity to ask for court-appointed counsel if you need it, or to retain an attorney if you choose to do so. The case proceeds from there through the criminal justice system. We're going to also bring people for sentencing. Obviously, a sentencing is when you go before the judge and the judge explains to you what your sentence is going to be. Some people are sentenced to probation, some people are sentenced to fines and costs only, and some people receive jail time. The people you'll see before you for Court to Schools could be facing jail time. They could be looking at simply fines and costs only. The judges, most of the time, will have an idea of what the sentence is going to be before the hearing. Usually, a defendant is sent to the probation department for a pre-sentence interview prior to the sentencing. When we appear for Court to Schools, you'll see arraignments, sentencings, and probation violations. An arraignment is typically the first time that a defendant appears before the court, hears the charges that are against him or her, and has the opportunity to enter a plea as well as request a court-appointed attorney or inform the court that he or she intends to retain her own attorney. You'll also see sentencings. At a sentencing, the judge issues the sentence for the crime. That is for a defendant who's been all the way through the court process at this point, and they are now hearing what's going to be expected of them from here on out, whether it is to be placed on probation, to be placed in jail, to pay fines and costs, or a combination of all of those things. You also should see some probation violation hearings. My job as a probation officer really is split into two main components. One part of my job is to meet with people who have just been convicted of an offense, try to find out more information about them, and make a recommendation to the judge as to what their sentence should be. Before most sentencings, a pre-sentence report is done and provided to the judge to give the judge an idea of what the sentence should be. The other half of my job really is to supervise the people that the judge decides to put on probation. When we supervise people on probation, typically we order them to abide by a curfew, to submit to counseling and testing for substance abuse if substances are a problem. If someone hasn't finished school yet, or if they're not employed, we typically order them to do both those things. And we make any other orders that we think would help that person to succeed in life and leave them better than the way they came to us. I hope that you enjoy the Court to Schools presentation. It is a real court session. I can't stress that to you enough. There are going to be things that you'll hear that may concern you. There will be things that you'll see that you may recognize, and there will be people that you think about after the session ends. You'll wonder how these stories end up. I hope that this affects you as much as working in this system has affected me. Thank you very much, and have a good day.